Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video to give a couple of updates, and one of the main updates is that EpiKwest Chapter 6 is actually finished. I'm in the process right now of like putting the pages together, putting together some finishing touches so I can send it off to get printed, and I'm excited about that. The EpiKwest Chapter 6, at least in my opinion, art-wise, looks a little bit better, and I think I can see some of my own skill improving. Of course, it's a learning experience, which means there's some things I've done in Chapter 6 that I'll continue to do, some things I've done in Chapter 6 that probably I'll do differently in Chapter 7. But I'm excited for it, and I finished the cover recently, which, fun fact, you could have already seen a sketch of if you were joining the email list. So for those of you who aren't on the email list who'd like to see special updates, sneak peeks, things like that, you can just email me. I'll put the link in the description to my email, and I'll also probably put it on the screen somewhere here. A couple more updates before I move on. I wanted to show that Chapter 5 is also available if you have not caught up with EpiKwest Chapters 1 through 4 yet, or Chapter 5 yet. All those are available. This features art by a good friend of mine as a guest artist, Demetrius Townsend. So shout out to him. He's a great artist, and he did a really good job putting together especially some of the action sequences in this comic, and he did a great job. Another aspect of this video I want to do is get a little bit deeper and show some behind the scenes art and kind of explain the process behind some of these characters and character designs. So there's actually a lot of new characters that are going to be in Chapter 6, and so I have in my sketchbook here some previews of them. One of the first characters I've added to this comic is Longfang. He's the Prince of the Wolf Tribe. The Wolf Tribe is the new group of people who you'll see appear in the story. They're going to play a pretty major role in this arc of EpiKwest. I've tried to add into the Wolf Tribe characters elements of Native American culture, things like that. Paw print tattoos to represent the Wolf Tribe. He has a tooth that's a little sharper on his teeth because he's meant to kind of mirror a wolf in that way. I've done markings on his face to kind of be reminiscent of Princess Mononoke or Kiba from Naruto. His main inspirations, you can probably tell from the mohawk and his brown skin, is Oob from Dragon Ball. But I also was playing around with some other design ideas, thinking about maybe making him look a little bit like a Atreyu from Neverending Story, if you've ever seen that. So let me know your thoughts about Longfang, and think about him. You'll be seeing more of him as the comic goes on. The next character I did was that of Chief Blackpaw. Chief Blackpaw is the leader, the chief of the Wolf Tribe. That's Longfang's father, a very big, imposing, kind of a strong and even intimidating figure. And, I wanted to have similar tattoos on his face, but really kind of do more in depth with the painting on his face, give him a wolf headdress, fur coat and cloaks to show that, you know, he's associated with wolves, gotten his clothing from wolves, things like that. There's a lot of connection with wolves that I wanted to put into this tribe. I mean, they are, after all, called the Wolf Tribe. Next up is a character that I was designing, Silvermoon. Silvermoon is the sage of the Wolf Tribe, and she kind of has like a shaman-like appearance. This first design, I was making her, and she looks quite different, especially in the face. Fun fact, when I originally wrote the script for this comic, she was a man. And as I was drawing the character in the design stage, I felt like she started to look kind of feminine. And then I was talking to my wife, and my wife said, why don't you just make her a woman? And you know, I thought about that, and that makes a lot of sense, because after all, I don't have a lot of female characters in EpiKwest right now besides Kaya, and it's really, really cool to add more. So I thought that by you know, incorporating these really cool old lady vibes, right, hunched shoulders, but also kind of a goofy personality, and it can kind of show as a bit of a contrast to Sage Mindal. She is a sage, after all, but at the same time, in addition to her wisdom and knowledge, she also has much more of a goofy side and comedic side than some of the other characters that are going to be in the comic. Lastly, another design I did was for Genfrey. Genfrey is a friend that they're going to meet in the earlier part of the issue. This kind of gruff, jolly, kind of rugged, but very happy Scottish innkeeper kind of thing. And so he owns the Pumpkin Inn in the Harveston Valley, which is where the opening scene of our comic takes place. And he is very, very positive, very, very jolly, has a lot of big smiles, bald head, but huge beard, and huge mustache. And then again, his size is also big and very bulky, but you never get the vibe that he's scary. He's not a scary person. And so I've tried to make sure that he always came across with a warm personality, especially considering that he owns, the Pumpkin Inn, which is a warm, inviting place to spend time in the earlier part of the comic. So you can see he's wearing an apron, he has a towel, because he cooks and cleans a lot at his inn that he owns. And when you actually read the comic, you'll see how all these designs come to life, how all these characters interact with each other, and I'm really excited for you to see that. So please be on the lookout for Chapter 6. It's coming out very soon. Please let me know what you think about the character designs, what you'd like to see next. I'm going to also be at the Mississippi Book Festival next weekend on September 13th, 2025, at the time of recording this video. That's the day I'll be at the book festival, and I'll be there selling EpiKwest. It's really cool. It's my first time having a table at the book festival. So I'll be selling comics. It's a great opportunity to come get Chapter 5 if you haven't gotten already. Chapter 6 will not likely be out by then, but it's a good time to catch up on the previous chapters. Getting the complete copy of Volume 1 that contains Chapters 1 through 4, EpiKwest Foundations of Destiny. Get your copy of Chapters 1 through 4, or the collected volume that has all of them in it, and get your copy of Chapter 5 at the book festival, and that'd be great. See ya next time.